Hello, Godot friends. I've been working on this for a little while. I mentioned it in a post. I'm trying to recreate the sort of 3D on 2D that we had in games like Resident Evil and Final Fantasy back on the PlayStation 1. Um, and, well, let's run it so that you can see. All right, so this is my crappy art, and this is my 3D object. As you can see, I'm walking around the world, limited by the walls, can go up the stairs, and can bump into the box. Now, there's a second camera, which I will switch to, and it's just a meme, but it kind of fills the gap. And as you can see, looking from the side, it works. Notice this is left and right here. But from this camera, it's down and up to go the same direction. This is consistent with how you would expect these games to work. I used a frustum camera, which is why there's distortion on the character. And this is the only way you can get around the issue of perspective. If you have 3D objects in a scene and you do any panning, things in the foreground are going to obviously move at a faster rate visually on the screen than things in the background, because that's just how perspective works. And that would really screw up against a 2D backdrop. But a frustum camera, you can adjust the frustum's offset by, let's just make it just very slight. Maybe a little less slight than that. Alright, and so that's the cutoff point. So as you can see, it panned, but it actually didn't change anything about perspective. Perspective stayed exactly as it was. And so frustum is really how you do this. As far as the camera motions go, you'll notice that you actually move diagonally when you go forward and back. And this is actually a better approach than just calculating from the camera which way up is away and which way down is towards. Because otherwise, when you look at things from an angle, going upstairs, you're going to end up having to do this nonsense. And so these games have always been done this way. Just kind of based on whether you're looking at it from the north, south, east, or west. It just flips controls. Pretty simple. Just for fun, I want to point out something rather silly, but it makes sense. And that's how I actually did the backgrounds. Now, of course, this is the actual area that is with colliders and all that. The green ones are, well, the bluish and green one are ground, and they limit your walking space, while the red ones are blockers and force you to not run into certain things. So here's the camera one, and yes, I used a sprite for a background. Why didn't I put it in an environment? Why didn't I? Well, the fact of the matter is, from a development standpoint, this makes it really easy for me to line things up. Furthermore, when you attach a 3D sprite to a camera, its zero rotation is actually pointing right at the camera, so it's very easy to align and keep aligned. It also pans well, as you saw. It pans with the scenery nicely. So I found that this was actually better for what I need, and I attached scripts to the cameras so that I can hide and show whatever I want. See, there's the meme, and it doesn't affect the game. When it loads into the game, it's smarter than that. It actually sort of flags things correctly. And the chest is nothing. And this also allows me to easily put things in layers. Obviously, you've got to do them at the angle of the camera, so you gotta watch it. But other than that, pretty easy to code with. So that's just how I did it. And I mean, the final result does work. Climbing stairs, bumping into a chest, you know, everything you would expect. So hopefully, in time, with a few more features, I can put together a little demo scene, maybe even get a little walking guy in here instead of just a ball, and we'll see how it looks. But I wanted to update everybody on what I discovered in this wonderful, wonderful game engine. All right. Thank you.